Andrei Chikatilo, more commonly known as the Butcher of Rostov, was a serial killer in the USSR during the 20th century. Chikatilo was born on October 16, 1936, in Ukraine. When he was born, he suffered from hydrocephalus, or water on the brain. This led to several problems later in life, such as chronic bedwetting, which continued into his later teenage years. His conditions were only worsened by the famine that overtook Ukraine at the time, and the constant struggle for food left Chikatilo relatively deprived. To add to his already charming childhood, Chikatilo's mother filled his head with bedtime stories of an older brother, Stefan, who fell prey to the hands of starving Ukrainians and was devoured alive. His mother tended to be rather abusive, and his father was rarely present, which led to a lot of bullying from other children. As a teenager, Chikatilo made an attempt to overcome this adversity by proving himself to his peers through an act of sex. However, this plan backfired when he ejaculated early in the struggle, and the young girl ran away, which left Chikatilo embarrassed and angered. Chikatilo decided to run from the pains of his teenage years and left for Rostov University in Russia. There he earned a degree in literature and began teaching in the Rostov area. While living there, Chikatilo was introduced to a young woman named Faina, and they married in 1963. Together, Faina and Andrei had two children, Lyudmila and Yuri. At home, Chikatilo lived a relatively normal life. He was kind to his children and his wife, and he was very calm when handling problems at home. What his family didn't know was that all of Chikatilo's anger was deeply buried under his outwardly calm demeanor. This first appeared when on December 22, 1978, Chikatilo lured 9-year-old Yelena Zakatnova into an old house which he had secretly purchased. He attempted rape, and when failure ensued, Chikatilo stabbed her 3 times and choked her to death. Chikatilo continued his murder streak over the next 12 years, often leaving behind his knife and opting to use his teeth as a mutilation device instead. At one point, Chikatilo mentioned having a particular liking for the taste and the texture of the uterus. However, Chikatilo failed to maintain a clean slate in the eyes of the law, and had several close encounters with the police. Once, Chikatilo was seen with the victim, but his wife gave an alibi which freed Chikatilo from further attention from the police. In 1983, Chikatilo was arrested for suspicious behavior, but his blood type did not match the suspect profile. What was not realized at the time was that Chikatilo's actual blood type, type A, was different from the type found in his other bodily fluids, type AB. As a result, Chikatilo was again let free after he served several months for other minor charges. Throughout his reign of terror, Chikatilo's victims reached a total of 53. His victims include members of both sexes, 32 female and 21 male, ranging from ages 9 to 45. Andrei Chikatilo was arrested on November 20, 1990, after multiple counts of police surveillance. Within 2 hours of being arrested, Chikatilo confessed to over 36 murders, all of which had been committed between June 1982 and November of 1990. Chikatilo later confessed to another 20 killings, and led the police to multiple victims who had not yet been found. 3 of the 56 victims which Chikatilo confessed to killing either could not be found or identified. At the time of his trial and execution, Chikatilo was believed to have borderline personality disorder. While his condition was never formally diagnosed, Chikatilo exhibited much of the diagnostic criteria for this disorder. According to the DSM-5, Section 301.83, borderline personality disorder is a pervasive pattern of instability of interpersonal relationships, self-image, and effects, and marked by impulsivity, beginning by early adulthood and present in a variety of contexts. Chikatilo was executed in the classic Russian style of a shot to the back of the head on February 14, 1994, never again to terrorize the area of Rostov.